Hey, what's up, everybody? This is B. Howard. It seems a lot of people are speaking on my behalf. I've never self-proclaimed to be Michael Jackson's son.
For years, Brandon Howard lived under the weight of whispers and rumors claiming he was Michael Jackson's secret son. The resemblance was hard to ignore. The voice, the mannerisms, the talent, everything seemed to fuel the speculation. Then a shocking DNA claim appeared online, suggesting what fans had long suspected might actually be true. The world expected a dramatic reveal, a public reunion, or even a legal battle. But B. Howard did the opposite. No press tour. No public fight. No attempt to claim the Jackson name. He walked away. So why would a man turn his back on one of the most powerful legacies in music history? In this video, we look at the rumors, the DNA controversy, Brandon Howard's life, and why this story still refuses to disappear. Brandon Howard, known professionally as B. Howard, once addressed the speculation himself. In a video, he made it clear that he had never claimed to be Michael Jackson's son. He also denied suing the Jackson estate and said he had built his career through his own work. Still, the comparisons never stopped. Fans pointed to his face, his voice, his dancing, and even his stage presence. To many people, the similarities were too strong to ignore. Brandon had been working quietly in the music industry for years. He wrote songs, produced music, and performed, hoping people would focus on his talent. But as his public profile grew, so did the questions. His eyes, cheekbones, smile, soft vocal tone, and smooth dance movements reminded people of Michael Jackson. Social media only made the rumors louder. Brandon was born to Mickey Howard, a respected R&B singer with deep connections in the music world. She also had ties to the Jackson family. Joe Jackson, Michael's father, had reportedly helped guide parts of her early career. That connection gave fans even more reason to speculate. Brandon was born in 1981, just 2 years before Michael released Billie Jean, a song about a woman claiming he had fathered her child. Some fans later connected that song to Mickey Howard, partly because she was sometimes called Billie. There has never been confirmed proof that the song was about her, but the theory became part of the larger mystery. As Brandon grew older, people noticed more similarities. Photos and videos showed him near members of the Jackson Circle. Fans compared the way he stood, moved, sang, and carried himself. Some believed he was simply influenced by Michael. Others thought the resemblance felt natural, almost inherited. But Brandon stayed mostly quiet. He did not aggressively use the rumor for fame. He did not build his public image around the Jackson name. Instead, he seemed to carry the attention carefully, almost reluctantly. Then, in 2014, the story exploded. A man claimed he had obtained Michael Jackson's DNA from an old dental device and compared it to Brandon's. He alleged that the results showed a 99.9% match. The headline spread fast. Some people believed it immediately. Others questioned everything about it. Experts raised concerns about how the DNA sample was obtained and handled. The lab named in the report reportedly denied performing the test. Many people dismissed the entire story as a publicity stunt. Brandon later said he had not approved the test and was not involved in any legal fight against the Jackson estate. But the damage was already done. Instead of helping his career, the attention turned him into a headline. His music was pushed behind the rumor. His identity became a public debate. Mickey Howard eventually spoke about the situation. She said she did not know about the DNA test beforehand and denied hiding any secret. She said she loved her son and had nothing to be ashamed of. But when asked directly about Michael Jackson, her answers were careful and indirect. She did not give the clear confirmation or denial that many people expected. That silence only made people speculate more. After Michael Jackson's death in 2009, his estate became one of the most valuable music estates in the world. Any new claim of an heir could have created serious legal and financial complications. Some members of the Jackson family dismissed the rumors. Others stayed quiet. Meanwhile, Brandon remained caught in the middle, connected to the mystery, but never fully accepted by it. Reports later claimed that Brandon privately searched for answers. According to these accounts, he worked with people who had access to material connected to Michael Jackson. Some stories even claimed he received personal items, including a sealed note and a signed credit card. These claims have not been publicly verified, but they added another layer to the legend. What matters most is Brandon's reaction. He did not appear excited. He did not use the story to demand attention. People close to him claimed he felt hurt, confused, and emotionally abandoned. Instead of stepping deeper into the Jackson legacy, he stepped back. That choice made the mystery even stronger, because most people would chase a connection to Michael Jackson. Brandon Howard seemed to run from it. But beyond the rumors and headlines, who is Brandon Howard really? Brandon B. Howard was born on April 2, 1981, in Los Angeles, California. He grew up between Los Angeles and Chicago, two very different cities that shaped his personality and work ethic. Because of his mother's career, Brandon was surrounded by music from a young age. He spent time backstage, visited recording studios, and even traveled with his mother while he was still a child. That early exposure gave him a deep understanding of the music industry long before he became an artist himself. Brandon attended Marva Collins Preparatory School in Chicago, a school known for discipline, structure, and academic pressure. He stood out not only because of his schoolwork, but because of his love for music. Even as a child, he would sneak away to sing with the choir. Music was not just an interest. It was the direction his life was already taking. As he got older, Brandon spent more time in recording studios. While other young people were relaxing or socializing, he was watching engineers, studying producers, and learning how records were made. At first, money was not the motivation. He simply wanted to understand the craft. That dedication eventually opened doors. Epic Records and Sony gave him opportunities, including work connected to Genuine. That project helped launch his professional career and gave him his first real breakthrough in the music business. And part of the reason they became so powerful is because Michael Jackson's own life was filled with mystery, especially when it came to love, relationships, and family. Michael Jackson was known around the world as the king of pop, but his private life was never simple. The women connected to him became a constant source of public fascination. Some relationships were real and public. Others were surrounded by speculation. Diana Ross was one of the most talked about women in Michael's life. Their bond deepened after they worked together on The Wiz in 1977. They were close, and many believed Michael had strong feelings for her. But Diana was older, established, and careful about how the public might view them. Michael reportedly struggled with her marriage to Arne Ness Jr. in 1986, even if he publicly tried to appear supportive. Another woman linked to Michael was Tatiana Thompson, the model and dancer from The Way You Make Me Feel. Their chemistry drew attention, especially after she kissed him during a live performance. But the moment reportedly caused tension, and she was removed from the tour soon after. Brooke Shields was also close to Michael for many years. Michael spoke warmly about her in interviews, and their friendship led to constant speculation. At one point, he reportedly asked her to marry him, but Brooke did not accept. Then came Lisa Marie Presley. Michael's marriage to Elvis Presley's daughter shocked the world. Some believed it was real love. Others thought it was designed to protect Michael's image during a difficult time. But Lisa Marie later said she truly cared about him. She described Michael as vulnerable, emotional, and often overwhelmed. Even after their divorce, she defended him when many others did not. Their relationship was complicated, but it was not empty. For Brandon Howard, growing up near people connected to the Jackson world may have taught him a difficult lesson. Fame does not make love easier. Sometimes, it makes trust almost impossible. He saw how people behaved around power, celebrity, money, and legacy. He saw how loyalty could survive after the cameras stopped rolling, and how quickly others could disappear when fame became dangerous. That may explain why Brandon handled the rumors so carefully. He seemed to understand that being connected to Michael Jackson was not just a privilege. It was also a burden. Michael himself often spoke about loneliness. Despite performing for millions, he admitted that he felt isolated. He said he was shy, uncomfortable in public, and often unsure whom he could trust. As a child in the Jackson 5, Michael was exposed to adult situations far too early. He later described moments on tour that made him uncomfortable and affected the way he viewed relationships. As an adult, he struggled with privacy. Crowds made him nervous. Fame made normal life almost impossible. Sometimes he wore disguises just to go outside. When asked personal questions, Michael often protected himself with charm and silence. He believed some parts of life should remain private. One of his biggest dreams was to have a large family. He said he wanted many children, but he also admitted that music was his first love. At one point, he said he was married to his work. That sentence reveals the tragedy behind the legend. Michael Jackson had everything the world could give him: fame, money, influence, and history-making success. But what he seemed to want most was simple: to be loved for who he really was. That is why the Brandon Howard story still fascinates people. It is not just about DNA. It is about identity, legacy, silence, fame, family, and the painful question of what someone does when the truth could change everything. So what do you think? Do you believe Brandon Howard is Michael Jackson's biological son? Or is this just one of the biggest celebrity rumors of all time? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the next video on your screen for more celebrity stories.